it was hilarious. He calls the guys up. He said, guys, he goes, raise your hands if you guys want to marry a virgin. And all the players and all the jocks were, yeah, I want to marry a virgin, yeah, yeah. So all the guys had their hands up. He's like, okay. He said, keep your hands up. And everyone's like, yeah, yeah. And he goes, ladies, I want you to look at the guys. And the guy's like, uh-oh. And they said, girls, look at the guys. And next time any of those guys pressures you to do anything sexually, I want you to remind them how important purity is to them. And the guys were like, oh. And he's like, no, keep your hands up, to realize that purity is attractive. And you might be thinking, Jason, look, I'm not a virgin anymore. But ask yourself, am I just a date or am I a soulmate? Am I just a for now girl or am I a forever girl? It's never too late. I know a girl who got abducted in Texas. A guy did disgusting things to her. When he was done with her, he threw her in a latrine in Southern California. Construction worker came, looked in the latrine. The girl's up to her neck, shivering in the human waste. And they looked down there and said, my God, who could do this to a little girl? They lower a guy, a fireman in there to pull her out. She sees him coming down. She was scared to death, started to take the human waste, throwing it at the guy. She said, just don't touch me, just leave me here. She'd been so hurt, she didn't know who to trust, and she wanted to literally live in the sewer. And some of us have been so hurt, maybe through sexual mistakes, that we think it is just too late, just leave me here. But I stick my hands out and I say, girl, it is never too late. You still deserve the real kind of love. So girl, get up. Guys, where do you go from here? Guys, I would say, I did a poll of 1,400 girls at a high school, and I had them vote on how many of them thought if a guy practiced chastity in high school that would be undeniably attractive. 1,400 of the 1,400 girls said, yes, it is undeniably attractive. It's tough. We were at this high school. They're the best high school basketball team in the country. And after the talk, the center of the basketball team comes up to me. He's like 6'10". And he walks up to me, and he's like, can we talk in the back? And I'm like, yes, sir, yes. And I went back somewhere. I said, what's going on? And he goes, honestly, man, he goes, I've been with so many girls. He goes, I've done so much stuff. And he goes, I knew every time I was killing her, but she wanted it. I wanted it. Half the time you're drunk, so you can just blame it on the beer. But he goes, dude, how do you start over when you've been where I've been? He goes, I want to learn faithfulness before I meet my wife. I don't want to give her all my memories, diseases, baggage. He goes, I want to give her a clean heart. How do you get that when you've been where I've been? And I said, dude, you've already started. You have that will to love her. That's where purity starts, in your heart, not from your body. I said, it's hard, but I said, you ever watch a wrestling match in high school? And if you're wrestling, and if you get the back of your opponent's head, you can direct his body wherever you want it to go. And I said, it's the same with purity. If you can get control of the way you think about girls, you'll change the way you talk about them. You'll change the way you treat them. And he goes like, dude, he's like, man, that makes sense, but man, he goes, dude, it's so hard in the passion of the moment just to stop. And I said, dude, you know from sports, your body will do what you tell it to. I said, imagine you're married and with your wife in bed at the most pleasurable, exciting moment of your entire life, and the house caught on fire. What would you say? Would you be like, oh no, it's too powerful. I can't say no to sex. We're gonna die. No, you'd get your Snow White butt out of bed, save the kids, get on the front lawn, because your body will do what you tell it to. So don't wait for the girl to stop. But the greater feeling of responsibility you have for her, the more real love there is. And I will grant you, this lifestyle is hard. We made these little abstinence commitment cards. It's sort of like an ATM card, but you can't get any money out of it, sort of like mine. But you can sign it, you can date it. My friend got one of these in high school, met him in college. He was in high school, said, yeah, I'll save myself my bride, that's cool. Signs it, dates it, put it in his wallet. Got to my college, he met my friend Jenny. They fell in love, they started dating, they got engaged, walking down the street, and his card falls out of his wallet. He's like, oh. And she's like, what's that? He's like, nothing, give it to me. And she's like, no. She runs off. And she goes, oh, a purity pledge card. And he's like, yeah. And she goes, I signed one of those in high school too. And he's like, for real? She digs into her purse, pulls out her card. They put them next to each other. They had signed the same type of card on the same year of the same month on the same day years before they ever met. Now, this isn't a coupon for a husband, but it's a good place to start. So we got a bunch of stuff. One of the last things we want to leave with you guys is we're going to offer your school something called a Pure Love Club. It's chastity. It's not like an abstinence bereavement group. You know, you like get together at lunch and you're like, hey, did you have sex? You know, no. Do you have sex? You know, no. Let's hug. Wah. You know, this is basically, we're raising up an army around the country of people who are spreading this message through their schools. And if you're watching the video, you can go to our website and find the guidelines for the club there. Questions and all the materials and stuff that we gave out are going to be there on that website also. Now, we've been able to explain certain things today, but the one thing I know we can't explain to you honestly is the peace and the joy that come from chastity. It's worth more than all the pleasures of the world. And there's so much peace, and that purity will be your super glue. You will have romance without regret, and you can fall in love for the right reasons. You guys have been an awesome audience. We love you very much. Have a wonderful life. Thank you. Jason,
take you, Crystalina,
take you, Crystalina,
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
I promise to be true to you
I promise to be true to you
in good times
in good times
and in bad,
and in bad,
in sickness
in sickness
and in health.
and in health.
I will love you
I will love you,
and honor you
honor you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
And you repeat after me, Crystalina. I, Crystalina,
I, Crystalina,
take you, Jason,
take you, Jason,
to be my husband.
to be my husband.
I promise to be true to you
I promise to be true to you
in good times
in good times
and in bad,
and in bad,
in sickness
in sickness
and in health.
and in health.
I will love you
I will love you
and honor you
and honor you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
Wind it up!
Come on, Crystal, Eric, grab all the
Take your feathers, man.
We hope you got a lot out of the talk, and we wanted to invite you to check out our website at www.pureloveclub.net. If you have questions about any of the statistics I provided during the talk, the answers are on